During the losing season, that's when you really find out what you're made of. That's when you find out what other people are made of. I got to find out who's really with me. It's like a storm went through and then we find out who's left. This month, I want to go over the 3 keys of having a successful career. So I'm going to get pretty professional here. Okay, very corporate here. So let's go over some of these things. Now, whenever we try to figure out something, I like to look at the opposite of, if you want to become successful, I like to look at what the opposite of being successful is. Okay, and do the opposite of that. Okay, for example, like what's the goal you guys may have? It doesn't have to be sales, or it doesn't have to be business, or any type of goal you may have. So let's say you want to have X amount of money, right? So what's the best way not to get that?
Not coming.
Not coming to work, okay. Yeah, there you go, not coming to work. So what's the opposite of that?
Being here.
Exactly. Okay, so I think it's called the law of inverse, but you know, one thing that I think smart people do is they learn from somebody else that's already doing it. Like, I don't understand sometimes when sometimes you're here for multiple years and you can see somebody doing exactly what they're doing. It's like, why don't we just copy that person and get the same results? You know, it's like you could learn so much from someone who's doing really well. And the opposite is true. If someone's not doing well, you could learn from that person too and do the exact opposite of that. So the first key I want to tell you guys about having a successful career is don't be a little complainer. Right. Again, it's all about mindset, okay? We could look at stuff and be like, oh, we don't, you know, this or that or this or that. Again, like Diana's situation or anyone's situation where like she looked at the situation, didn't complain about it, said, okay, I'm going to get to work here. Okay, but you're always complaining. You could always find something that's wrong with everything. Because I'm sorry, this place is not perfect, I'm not perfect, but neither are anyone here. People who are always complaining are never going to be winners. They're always looking for the negative, they're always looking for the excuse, and that's just something that just doesn't lead to winning. I just want to tell you guys that. So what's the opposite of that?
Be grateful.
Grateful? There you go, yeah, thank you. I didn't even have that. Yeah, someone that's grateful, you know, hey, at least I have the opportunity here, I can sell this, I can sell that, okay, things are going to get better. Hey, the commission structure, there's a lot of money to be made with the commission. The opposite of that is like, oh, our hourly is this, that, you know. Hey, like we got this. Or, you know, cutting back on certain things. It's like, you know, just complaining. You can just complain all day, but it's just not going to help. But yeah, being grateful, you know, being a champion.
Humble.
Being humble. Okay, hey, not being entitled, right? It's the opposite of that. So those are the things like we talked about. So we could look at things that don't work and then do the exact opposite of that. Okay, champions that overcome adversity, positive thinkers, solution-oriented people. You're looking at the solution, what can I do? What can I do to help this situation here? Instead of just always looking at the negative and complaining about it. Being optimistic, yeah, and sometimes just toughening up. You know, like sorry, like things aren't exactly the way they're supposed to be. Like they never are. You know, like we could complain here and sit about here and complain about it, but sometimes it just takes resiliency to be like, toughen up. You know, sorry. And I think this is something I really want us to kind of like have as a culture here, is don't hate. I want this place to be somewhere where someone is winning, then we're happy for them. Okay? Everybody can eat here. I mean, the insurance business is there's just so much for everybody, right? And I don't care who you are, maybe you train this person, or maybe they're newer than you, or maybe they're younger than you, okay? They're just producing more than you. There's no reason for us to hate on that person. We should really be happy for that person. And also be thankful that they're inspiring you to show you what's possible. So I just don't want to have a culture here, because I know a lot of sales organizations or other companies have it where somebody starts coming up and everybody starts hating on them. Okay, here, someone wants to make more money, let's all congratulate them, support them, and build each other up instead of trying to tear each other down. Okay, so what's the opposite of hating? Love. Yeah, it comes from love, you know, because when you hate, it's actually a clear indication of that, oh man, I get it, like you don't like yourself. So if someone else is doing better, it makes them feel less of themselves, when someone who loves themselves wouldn't feel that way, because it's not taking anything away from them. Okay, so that was a great point there. Like, yeah, more love for each other. Like, let's clap it up for them. Let's like want them to win. Like, let's be happy for each other. If someone gets a promotion, if someone hits their best month ever, or someone has some personal difficulties that they overcame for them, they're part of our team, you know. Like there's just no reason for us to hate on anybody, and that is something that we don't want to do. So the opposite of that, love. What else? Appreciate, thank you for showing me what's done. Thank you for helping out the team. Thank you for giving me a better opportunity here, because the more they're producing for me, that's better for all of us. Don't hate, appreciate. There's a couple other ones. Don't hate, reciprocate. Okay. Hey, you're doing that. Imitate. Yeah, there's so many more. Don't hate, congratulate. Yeah, reciprocate is a great one. Hey, like you're doing that. Let me see how you do it. Okay. And the people who aren't hating are the ones that want to help each other out. They have love, so they like to train other people. This is how you do things, and reciprocating, and then congratulating, and also don't hate, create. Like you produce, then. Like don't stop hating, just produce. So create, get some stuff done, and those are the things that I want to have as a culture of our team, because I truly am very happy when people do great here. Okay, and I just want you guys to feel the same way. All right, and then next one is kind of about attitude. Don't be what? Negative. Yep. Yeah, very similar. Don't be negative. Okay, there's just two different ways to think stuff. It's crazy how two people from very similar backgrounds, very similar households, very similar even ethnicity or even age, education level, like very, very similar, right? And their results could be just astronomically different. Why is that? Now, sometimes people say it's education. That's what the school system teaches us, because they're in the business of wanting you to spend more money on school. So they, overvalue the value of education. But education is definitely part of it, because you do have to have some baseline of knowing how to talk to people, write emails, and go through screens. So education is definitely a big part of it. But is that really the difference maker of someone doing this much and someone doing this much? It's just attitude. That's the only difference. It's crazy. Like I've seen it over and over again. This person's same learning ability, certain communication level, because to be able to just make it to this office and get hired here, everybody has a certain baseline. They all fulfill that baseline. Only difference maker is their attitude of how they see things. Is this an opportunity or is this an obstacle? Is this great or does this suck? It's just that. So I just want to share with you guys, a great attitude costs nothing. It's not like you have to pay to have a great attitude. It's not like you even have to put work in to have a great attitude. It's literally just a choice. You could just go like that and say, I'm going to have a good attitude today. But a bad attitude costs you everything. Costs you your financial future, costs you your relationships, costs you your health. It costs everything to have a bad attitude. So why don't we all make the choice to have a good attitude? I'm having a tough month financially, but I'm coming here every day with a great attitude. I'm grateful for you guys. I'm optimistic about the future. I'm not bitching about anything. Obviously not hitting on anything either, okay? Yeah, let's just have a good attitude, because I just like to see things that way, and it's just not only about making money, but it's just about living a happy life. That's what I want you guys to. All right, and the last thing I want to add to you, extra bonus point, is be honest, okay? I only had 3, but I added this here very last moment here, because honesty is something that I haven't talked about enough. I am honest with you guys all the time, okay? So my thoughts on, I'm trying to tell you guys to become, overall an honest person. What would you guys say? Why is it better to be honest? To me, the reason I like to be honest, well, first of all, there's a couple things, right? Well, A, I like to sleep well at night, because I believe sleep is the key to having energy. And then B, I don't have to sit here and be like, oh, what did I make up? And kind of go off of that. It's well, that's so much work. But the trustworthiness, being honest at all times, helps me become trustworthy within myself. Because if you're lying to other people, and then you tell yourself, okay, I'm going to get 2 sales every day this month, or I'm going to buy a house one day, or I'm going to go to the gym 5 days out of the week, then subconsciously you're thinking, dude, you're just full of shit. So you don't keep promises to yourself, because your actions are matching up your words to others. So it's almost like a reputation or trustworthiness for yourself. And if you don't believe in yourself, no one's going to believe in you. Okay, so being honest is actually a great way to have a great reputation and relationship with yourself. And that's where it all starts with. So that's where I want to share with you guys the deeper reason of why it's good to be an honest person. All right? No matter how well you are, how honest you are, how hardworking you are, how much of a team player you are, the thing about life and business, no matter if you do everything exactly right? There's just going to be losing seasons. It's just something that if you do everything right, you still cannot avoid. My heroes like Kobe and Jordan, they had losing seasons. They had seasons where they lost more games than they won. I just want to talk to you guys about just the reality of that and how we should respond to that, because truthfully, some of you guys may be noticing a little bit on your checks, but I'm noticing it big times on my checks. So I just want to help you guys get through this situation of our losing season, which we're going to call right now, because 275K, we got to do better. Okay, we are going to do better. We're already on pace to do better, and I'm really excited about the future. But, in life, not just, sales, which is kind of like not even that important compared to other things that could happen in life, that's a loss. And how to respond to that, okay, is I just have to remind myself how much of a badass you really are. Sometimes we forget. Okay, you guys have gone through some stuff. Just remember, go back to that time and you're like, that was tough. Like, I even went through that. And this is the time of season right now that I'm doing that to myself. Like, I got to remind myself, like, we make millions here. Like, I paid millions of dollars in commission and generated hundreds of thousands of leads and made this much money, and I know I could do it again. And go, if you guys are going through some difficult times or something like that, just go back to the time where you overcame it. Okay, and I just want to remind you guys that we're all badasses here. And sometimes we need our own reminder, and that will get us through the difficult times. We are going to reign here, okay? I just have utmost confidence that no matter what the financials look like, that with Laura's help and our leadership and things that are making changes and stuff like that, that it's just going to be a matter of time when the market opens up or carrier access and stuff like that, that we're going to be dominating here. Like, I have absolute no doubt. Like, how could I not if I'm working this hard and I leverage this much technology and have this team and I'm this disciplined and I'm this consistent? And I don't want to say myself sounds weird, but like, I'm not stupid, I'm bright enough. Like, how can I not dominate this industry? So our day is going to come. We're going to reign. We're going to dominate the industry. But if you want to reign with me, then we got to go through a little bit of rain with me. Okay, there's going to be rainy seasons. Like, we just cannot just jump ships anytime things get hard. Like, sometimes things get hard. We just cannot just be like, oh, okay, I'm out of here. And then that kind of consistency of acting that way, anytime you face a challenge, you just back out, quit. That type of stuff is not going to build the resiliency needed. So I'm just want to let you guys know that if you're down to lose with me, a little bit, obviously to a certain extent, if you're down to lose with me, then I'm down to have you win with me. Okay, and this season here, I'm going to remember who was here with me. And I'm going to do everything I can to pay you guys back, because it's not easy for me, but I can't do it without you guys. So yeah, during the losing season, okay, I just want to share with you guys, that's when the winners are created. That's when you really find out what you're made of. That's when you find out what other people are made of. That's when you find out, it's like actually not a bad thing. Like, I got to find out who's really with me. It's like a storm went through and then we find out who's left. And the way you conduct yourself during the losing season is really what builds your character. It really builds your resiliency. So during the winning season, it's like you're not really growing, even though financially you might be, but you're not really growing yourself because you're not going through the hardship. And people who go through the hardships are the ones that are going to be the strongest. Let's build character during this time, and let's show the world what we're made of. All right, and create the winners here. I think it's a great opportunity for us to really find out what we're made of and build resiliency and really go back to our true principles and our character. So yeah, this is my motivation, okay, guys? My motivation is you guys. I'm really motivated to prove to you guys that you guys are making the right decision and being here and working hard here and trusting your financial futures here. So I'm really motivated. And I don't have anything against the quitters. I honestly don't. Like, I wish them the best. But I don't wish anything bad on them at all. Like, what I do wish, though, is what? I don't wish anything bad on them, but I do wish massive success for you guys. This is my motivation. That's just, you can call it dark or fucked up if you want to, but I just want you guys to be doing so well that they become, and they already are, irrelevant, and that maybe in a sick way, I might want to make them feel like they regret it. But just being real with you guys, I just want you guys to kill it, because that makes me feel like I'm doing the right job here. So I need you guys to really step it up here to make me feel like my hard work is worth it if you guys are winning. And I want you guys to win it. I'm telling you guys, in this room, there's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people that are just going to kill it in this business. And I just want you to be one of them. Okay? And that's going to make me feel like I'm doing a good job here and all my hard work's going to be worth it. So let's stick together, guys, team. Okay? And go towards the right direction. October is already off to a great start. New superstars are emerging. Laura's showing that she's truly a capable leader, which I had 100% belief that she would be. We got new people that want to be here, which I really appreciate. and just the desire to be want to be here is what always starts from. So let's keep going, and let's make ourselves proud. All right, thank you guys.